Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. The show is designed to give you solutions to your day-to-day management and leadership problems. It's hosted by Matthew Haddock, a frontline manager and leader with over 25 years of experience. If you're ready, then let's get on with the show.
Welcome listeners to the Manager Matt podcast show. I hope you're all well. This week we're going to take a little bit of a detour away from the normal shows to talk around fables, management fables in particular. And it's an opportunity for me to just go through one of the fables I've found really useful in a working life and see what I think it gives to me. So, without delay, let's get on with the show. As I said, a little bit of a different show. I want you to be challenged enough sometimes to ask the questions. I want you to ask the whys. What are you doing with yourself? Why are you on this path as a career as a manager? Is it the right path to have? Is it something that you really want to do? Or have you really just gone down a cul-de-sac and you might need a change? So, what I want you to do is have a listen to this fable and see how it resonates to you. I think the questions around fables are really useful. They take a complex management issue and boil it into a story, a narrative for people to have a listen to and actually understand. And I found fables much more entertaining, and I think I retain the information a lot better when I listen to one. Now, this week's fable you may have heard before, you may not, and it's about a businessman and the fisherman. So I hope you enjoy it. So the story goes something like this. A busy businessman is on his holidays and is in this beautiful place, lovely beach, Caribbean island if you like, and he's trying to unwind from his stressful life as a CEO. So he's wandering around this island and he's on the beach and he's stood watching the local fisherman bringing in his catch. And this fisherman has a small boat which is pulled up the shoreline, and inside this boat are the most beautiful looking fish, big healthy fish, only a couple of them, but really, really good fish. And this fisherman is obviously very good at his art. So the businessman goes up to him and congratulates the fisherman on the catch. And he says, "Wow, this is brilliant. Look at all these fish you've caught." And the fisherman says to the businessman, "Well, I'm one of the best fishermen on the island. I'm not being arrogant, I just am. People know that." Also the businessman says, "Well, if you're so good, why haven't you got that many fish?" The fisherman says, "Well, I'm not really that bothered. I only do 2 or 3 hours fishing in the morning, and then that'll do me." So the businessman says, "Oh, well, right, okay. Well, what else do you do?" Well, the fisherman says, "Well, I sleep in late for a couple of hours fishing, like I said. Then I spend the rest of the time with my kids and the wife, have a little nap in the afternoon, and then we both walk down into the village, drink a couple of glasses of wine, listen to my friends playing some music." And the businessman says, "Well, I'm a successful professional CEO, and I've worked with businesses and grown them over the years, and I think I could really grow your business." The fisherman says, "Okay, tell me how." "Well, I can help you grow your business, you see," says the businessman. "What you'd have to do is spend some more time fishing and catch some more fish." "Oh yeah, okay," says the fisherman, "see that. Then you can buy a bigger boat. And with that bigger boat, obviously you'll get a few crew members and they can catch even more fish. And eventually, over time, we'll move to one of the bigger cities and you'll get a fleet of boats and they'll all be working for you, bringing in the money." And the businessman says that there'll be a chance for you to grow your business. You can start getting a fleet of boats, they're all working for you. You'll have more time, more money than you've ever had before. Now, it will be long, hard days to work, but slowly but surely you'll build this business up into a brand, and I can help you with that. And when we're seeing you grow this empire, and then, says the fisherman, and then, well, businessman said, "Well, you've grown an empire, you'll be making millions." "Well, what we'll do is after, say, 20 years of this hard work in the big city, we'll sell it off. We'll sell your company off. We'll float it. You'll make millions." And the fisherman says, "Well, and then what?" Well, the businessman says, "Well, then you can move to the coast maybe, and you could do a bit of fishing like you've always enjoyed, and maybe spend a bit more time with your family because you've been busy, and in the evening you can drink some wine and even watch the local dancers." And the fisherman says, "Well, isn't that what I'm doing now?" So that's the thought. Are we chasing goals which really lead us to a happy place, or are we already at the happy place and we just don't realise it? When you think of this fable, it's all about perspectives of people. The CEO obviously thinks that his life and driving this big business is all that it's about. But from the fisherman, he's happy. He's making enough. And we should always remember that different perspectives on life when you look at different challenges, both inside and outside of work. And just because you think that money drives business and makes everything happier, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's about the smaller things, the time that you've got back, the time with your wife and your family, the time just drinking a glass of wine and listening to some music. Why should it just be a holiday? Because in the fisherman's world, that's every day. But in the businessman's world, that's a holiday. Well, that's my thought. I'd really love to get your feedback on it. So remember, it's managermattpodcast@gmail.com. Please send us your thoughts over and let me know. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Manager Matt podcast. We hope you found it interesting, helpful and actionable. One last thing, please leave a quick review on iTunes or with your podcast provider, as it helps to spread the word of Manager Matt. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the podcast, and if you did like anything in particular, send an email to managermattpodcast@gmail.com or visit managermatt.co.uk for more content. Feedback is a gift, so let's keep giving. See you next week.